Hello and welcome to my channel, Making Crafts. Today I'm going to be using the new Cozy Season sticker book from Not Too Shabby Shop, and I am going to show you my process behind creating an art journal page. I love creating journal pages and do not do it enough, so this book inspired me to go ahead and create one today. So I'm going to be using Lindy's Flat Magicals. I'm not sure that they even create these anymore. You can find something similar by Lindy's or other companies that does the same thing. So I have an inexpensive journal here from Walmart. It was just a small journal. I've always journaled in a larger size journal, so I wanted to give a small journal a try. So I thought, today's the perfect time to start this journal and see how it works out. So the papers are not watercolor paper. They're not mixed media paper. They're just regular journal paper. So I'm going to glue 2 pages together. Now, in the past, I have used mixed media paper or watercolor paper to create my journal pages. So this is a new experience for me, but I wanted to give it a try because I really like the size of this journal, and I may just have to look for a mixed media journal this size, but so far I've struggled finding one this size. I want one that's almost the size of a card front, so that's why I chose this journal. And I think that these stickers are perfect for this size journal. So I want to start out by just adding some glue and sticking that together. Make sure that it's pressed down really good. You can see there that the paper wrinkles a little. That's okay. I love my art journals to, when I get done with them, to be bulky and have these wrinkled pages and all this texture and things. I think that's a lot of fun for me. So I'm going to start out by adding some water to my page, and then I'm going to bring in some of the pigment powders. So the first one I'm going to give a try is the orange pigment powder, and this one is called Mango Mania, I think. But like I said, these probably are not available anymore, but I'm just going to sprinkle some onto this wet page. Now, depending on the paper you're using, sometimes these really spread out. It just varies, and I like the variations that you get using products like this. Well, now I'm going to bring in some of the yellow and sprinkle that on the page as well. Just letting it soak in that water. And then I'm just going to take my water and add a little bit more. I want everything to spread out more and just to flow on my page. And I'm okay with the colors mixing together some. As long as you don't get mud, it's fun to mix colors on your page. So just be careful what colors that you do use. I'm using the orange and yellow because that is more fall colors, and today I am doing a fall page. I'm going to be using some of the fall stickers in this book. There's all different seasons in this book, but today I wanted to use the fall since I am doing a lot of Christmas things right now, but I wanted to do something for fall since we are just in November. So now I'm going to bring in a little bit of the blue pigment powders as well. I'm just going to sprinkle those very lightly. This blue can overtake the page if you're not careful. So I want to add just a little went a long way, as you can see here. So it can take over the page. I do want some blue on my page. I just didn't want it to be all blue. So now I am going to move my book around and let that water flow, because as you know, when you mix blue and yellow, you're going to get green. So I'm going to be careful how much mixes into that orange, but I really love the colors that I'm getting. So then once I am happy with how it looks, I do pat it with a rag just to dry it up a little bit and to kind of stop that flow. Now at the bottom corner here, that didn't flow as much, and we still have a little bit of dark ink down here in the corner. So I'm just going to take and add a little water and take my paintbrush and just kind of move that around. I'm not trying a specific look for the background. I just want all of these colors to just be swirling around on my background. And then I'm just going to bring in my heat tool and I'm going to dry this some. And while I'm drying it, I'm still moving it around and letting some of those puddles and water droplets move around and add more design to my background. Now, I did realize I did not put anything in to protect my other pages. So I realized that while I'm drying. So I am going to bring in a piece of just scrap paper, and I'm going to put that under my page to protect all the other pages. Like I said, though, I'm a junk journaler as well, so I really love pages to have all this texture and to make my book really bulky when I get done. So I'm okay if it got on the other pages, but then the more I thought about it, some of these colors may not mix with what I'm doing later on. So I decided to just bring in a piece of scrap cardstock and lay that underneath this page. So I want to get it really good and dry before I move on to adding any more ink or anything to my page. So now I am going to bring in some brown ink that I have, and I am just going to ink the pages here. I'm trying to add just a thin line of the ink around the edge of the page, because you know with fall, the colors brown makes me think of fall as well. So I want to bring in some of these browns. Since this page was looking rather bright, I want to kind of bring down some of that brightness with this brown. I'm just going to ink until I'm happy with the way it looks. And I am just going to add a little bit of ink here in the crease of the page, the center of the page. Now, it's not going to be a straight line like the edges. It just helps finish framing it out. I'll smudge a little bit more to the edges and things because I want to, like I said, I want to tone down this brightness and kind of give a more fall look to it, since I am going to be using the fall stickers. So now I'm going to pull out some of these stickers. So these stickers would be great for planners, but they're also great for journal pages, for cards. It's fun to play with stickers. I loved using stickers as a kid, and as an adult, I still love them. So this is one of the what I would consider a planner sticker, but I'm going to use it as a frame today. So I'm just going to add that somewhat to the center of my page, and more center, top and bottom, but more to the right-hand side. And then it is a little bit more white than I want. So I'm just going to bring in some of that ink again, and I'm just going to smudge a little ink in there, trying to just tone down that white a bit and give it more of a dingy look. And so then I'm going to pick my stickers. So for my focal point, I want to use, I've already got in mind which one I want to use. I want to use the girl here. I think that she is very pretty, and I like the colors in her outfit, so I think that would go good with this page. And so I did have her in mind when I was putting these colors on my page. It is easier if you want to work with colors, then you'll need to, if you get your colors done, then you'll need to figure out what colors match. But I did look through the sticker book to see what colors were in the fall stickers before I did my background. And so that way everything kind of blends together or matches. And so now I'm just going to add her to that frame and just add her to the center of it. And then I'm going to go back to the fall sticker page, and I'm going to find some stickers to put around this frame as well. So I really like this pair of boots. I think this will look good, as well as these books. Fall is a great time to sit outside where it's cool finally and just enjoy a good book. So I am going to add books to this one. And you can see here, some of the stickers, the edges are clear, so that when you add it to your page, you're going to be able to see the color of your background through it, versus it being white and you'll have that white edge. So these books do not have the white edge. And the girl, I don't believe she didn't have a white edge as well. Now, some of the stickers, like the planner type, the squares there and the different shapes, some of those have white edges, but these stickers, they have clear. So I think that looks really good in your book as well. So I'm just going to layer these two up there. And then I really want to find a sentiment to add to this one. And there's several fall sentiments in this book. So I'm just going to find those and figure out which one I want to add. So I'm just going to read through each one and see which one I think really matches the colors in this page, as well as the colors on the stickers that I'm using. And so it's really hard to choose. I really like all of these sentiments for fall, so it's really hard to choose which one I want to put on this page. And it's really hard for me not to hoard these stickers for just thinking, oh, maybe I want to use it in another project. Just use your stickers. It is so easy to hoard your papers and your stickers sometimes. So be sure to just use your items, because that's what they're for. If you store them, you just have to figure out how to dust them off. So be sure to just use your things. And I'm talking to myself as well, because I'm very, it is very tempting to me to hoard all of these items up because they're so beautiful. Now I'm looking here to see if there is a rectangle that I would like to add this sentiment to, or do I just want to add the sentiment to the top of my page? So I've decided I just want to add it to the top of my page, and now to decide where I want it. So I just audition my items a lot of times. If I don't know exactly where I want it, I just keep auditioning it in different spots until I decide. And then I remembered that there's these little banners here on the little planner page. So for your planners, you can use those as your checkoffs. You write things out beside them. I have a planner, and I'm pretty sure I'll be adding these. I'm thinking of waiting and not adding it to this year's planner because we're almost through. I'm thinking about adding it to my 2026 planner, some of these stickers, because that way I can look at them all next year. So I added that banner to the top there, and I love how it all turned out. I will come back in a moment and ink in those little hearts so that they're kind of toned down as well, just like I did the frame. So now I like adding splashes to my pages. A lot of times I just do white splashes or black splashes, but today, since this is a fall theme page, I want to use the brown splashes because I think brown is a good color for fall. So I've just took my same ink pad that I inked around the edges, smushed it onto my block, and I'm just adding a little bit of water to it, and then I'm just going to splash my page. But I do want to cover up her face. When I add splashes, I like to cover the face of the animals or the people so that I don't get splashes on their actual face. And so then I'm just going to add splashes all around my page. This video is a collaboration with other creators to celebrate the launch of this new Cozy Seasons sticker book. So there's a different designer each day this week that will be sharing their project, and each designer in this collaboration is creating a different project each day. So in this collaboration, we have Leslie that's making the card, Yvette who's making bookmarks and tags, and then Lynn who's going to create a notebook and altered paperclip. Be sure to check out Leslie and Yvette's videos. They've already put theirs out. And then tomorrow, be sure to check out LV Handcrafted, which is Lynn, and check out the notebook and altered paperclip that she's creating. Well, thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. Bye.